darling, darling baby. Do 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 do. You're my darling, darling love. Do 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 do. You're everything I could ever hope for in a subscriber. As long as I may live. Ooh. I'm not a YouTuber. I just stream a lot. Anyway, it's yours truly. Back again. Here we go. Getting a little sip of some wine. Cheers to the folks. This week is Valentine's Day. Cheers to that. Cheers to you. This is sake wine. It's all good. Not doing nothing wrong. Just living my life. Hopefully you living yours. Mm. Shout out to the people in the chat right now, in the here and now. Shout out to the people in the replay. Shout out to the people that really mess with me. I mess with your back. Like I said, I love you like you love me. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. Anyway, it takes a fool to learn to love. It's not. Nah, nah, nah. You know how that goes. Time reveals. You know how that goes. Appreciate you. What's going on, Mr. Rocker Vlogs? I appreciate you. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for being here with me. I know there's a lot of other places you could be, but there's no place right now you'd rather be with me, and no place I'd rather be with you. This is the introduction. Tony's reviews. Appreciate you. Thank you for smashing that likes button. Thank you for all the people that's coming through. Like I said, I'm just taking a sip of my wine. I got to actually finish this sake wine. I had this, that's a Japanese sake plum. No, it's not sake. It's plum wine, but I had it for a while. Good stuff. Good stuff. Um, uh, yeah, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Just want to look a little different tonight. Just a little different. Mm. Like I said, this is the introduction, and then I still have some Havana Cuba. I might mix that a little bit. You know, I'm not here getting drunk. Just got to finish some stuff that people got for me. Yeah, I gotta make sure not to do too much. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want anybody thinking I'm over here getting drunk. I'm not over here getting drunk. I feel good. Hopefully, you folks feel good about yourself, about life, about where you are. Hopefully, you got a lot of good stuff coming up this week. Thursday is Valentine's Day. Hint, hint for all those guys out there that ain't got your special lady friend something. Thank you for hitting the like, the thumbs up, the reshare, the comments, the thumbs down all around. Yes, positive vibes, positive vibes. But I did come here to talk about some other things as well. And let me take a sip of this wine. Mm, watching a documentary. It's all good, y'all. It's Poet. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, here's the feeling good all the time. Cheers to you. Art, it's been a while, Art. Cheers to you as well. Cheers to folks out there, to life, to beautiful things, to family, to good health. Cheers to you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get into some serious matters. Like I said, the vanishing point. I was thinking about some things, a while back. Yeah, no problem, Art. It's positive vibes around. I feed off the earth, the world, and whatnot. Positive vibes that come back. What I'm saying? This is for you. Thank you for the 7 people that's here. Well, let's talk about the first thing, the vanishing point. When do you stop becoming yourself? Or were you ever really there? Sometimes people get caught up in the pressures of life and who folks think they should be, and where they should go with different pursuits. We get caught up in the perception of the world. It's like somebody was saying, I was watching on Netflix. I think I was watching Trigger Warning by Killer Mike or something like that. And one of the ladies on there was talking about how you're trying to be everything to everybody that you lose yourself. And sometimes we have that. How do you find you? You want to be strong for people. You want to be there for people. You want to help people. You wish folks the best, but sometimes you have to take out time for you. Sometimes you have to take time out, to get yourself together. If not, so much time you get caught up in the world and you get caught up in trying to be everything to everybody else. What's up, Gray? Appreciate you for coming through. That you can lose yourself. It's easy to lose yourself in this world. It's easy to, forget about your hopes, your goals, your dreams. And don't get me wrong, we have family, we have friends, we have people that we care about. But sometimes we have to care about us. You have to remember sometimes you can feed everybody else so much that you starve yourself, like that you forget to take care of you, that you forget to get the proper rest, you forget to, get the proper nutrition, that you forget to take in, the good conversations, or just enjoy life. It's very true that delusions sometimes, very strong delusions, true to be true to yourself. Yes, you have to be true to yourself. And a lot of times in this society, especially with a lot of political correctness and nobody, you want to offend anybody and stuff like that, we forget to be true to the person in the mirror. We forget to, be at one and be at peace and is centered with the person in the mirror. Because if you don't take care of you, if you can't take care of you, then you can't really help anybody else. My mother said that to me many times. If you're no use to yourself, then how can you help anybody else? Maybe not in those words, but she said, if you can't help yourself, then you can't really help anybody else. And that comes into the point, the vanishing points, where you're so much to everybody else that you as the individual begin to vanish. You begin to fade from sight. You begin to fade from the consciousness of yourself. And I believe the way to do that is to always remember, to have balance. And I've been saying this in many other live streams. You try to have balance. You try not to put yourself out there. Oh, trust up and nowhere to go. Yeah, just a time prep. There's always somewhere to go. I'm not gonna say I have nowhere to go. Right now, I'm here with you, folks. But like I said, I try to give you a little bit of something. A little different look. You know what I'm saying? I had on the hat. It's all good. Like I said, this is for you. I did it for you. I did it for the YouTube subscribers. I did it for the people. I appreciate you. Cheers to you, just in time prepping. I see you out there doing your thing. And cheers to all those other folks out there that's doing their thing on YouTube, off YouTube, that are trying to be positive, just trying to do good things out there. I'm not mad at you. Much success to you, you and your families, and anything you're trying to do in 2019. Remember, the year is not over. What's going on, Angela? What's going on? Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not as great as I would like to be, Angel, but I appreciate it. Mm. Anyway, that's that whole situation. It's about finding balance so you don't vanish from sight. Much love to you, Time Reveals, Creative Spirit, Just in Time Prepping, Angel, everybody that's here. Um, Thank you. I appreciate that. But like I said, just with the vanishing point, how you not vanish from who you are is to understand that you can't always be everything to everybody. Being realistic. Woo! Rock truck. Appreciate you for coming through. Oh, and don't forget to check each other out. If you don't know each other, say hello to each other. Check each other's channels out if that's something that you would like to do. Creative Spirit, I appreciate you for coming through. And thank you for all you beautiful people for coming through here at this time. I appreciate that. But like I said, back to the vanishing point, to not vanish from yourself and who you are is important, to prioritize and give people time and other things time where you can, but to take time out for yourself and to care for you, not to be so interested in, trying to be everything to everybody else that you forget who you are. So that's that point. To the next thing. Uh, Sometimes when you're dealing with people, speaking of what other people want, what was Tony Review saying? He was saying we all have God's magic essence in us. Never take that for granted. I agree. But back to the whole thing where I was saying, to piggyback off of what I was talking about, the last thing, and trying to be everything to everybody else and disappearing in yourself. Sometimes people want miracles, right? I give them reality. Like I said, I'm a man. I'm imperfect. I got things that I struggle with. I give you the reality. I'm not a miracle worker. Like I said, you pray to the Lord up there. Some people believe in, God of a different type. But the thing is, I bring the reality. The reality is that I am who I am. I am a man, that does what he does. I can only be who I am in any particular moment in time. I try not to put too much pressure on myself. I try not to let the world put too much pressure on me. I try not to be, somebody who's unrealistic in my expectations in my life and how I do things. And sometimes the hardest thing is to not put so much great expectations on yourself. So that's just how that is. You know, you said you're bad at that, creative spirit. Well, it takes time. It does take time to get used to that, to get used to having that balance and stuff like that. Like I said, I was somebody who was always trying to please people, was always trying to be that person to be accommodated and stuff like that. Yeah, thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. I was always somebody who was trying to be accommodated, always trying to please everybody, always trying to be there and whatnot. And sometimes you can't be the miracle worker. I just have the reality for you. The reality is sometimes I need to take a step back. Sometimes, you just need to let the chips fall where they may. That kind of speaks for itself. Like I said, in life, if you want miracles, pray to Jesus. Like I said, that's all I can say about that. And no disrespect to Jesus, wherever you may be. but that's how that works. Um, and on another thing, I guess the next things I get into, sometimes I don't know if you ever had this where, you know, people have to be careful. It's like, be careful what you say. Pet Monster, Monster Chick, thank you, appreciate it. Not a player, but I'm in the game. You know, I guess when it comes to me and I'm dealing with people, I don't know if you ever had this. It's like I try to take people for their word, and unless they give me, a reason not to take them for their word. Like I said, be careful because the rest is on you. Be who you say you are. I tell anybody when it comes to, different things. Yeah, creative spirit. Like when I deal with different people, if you're telling me and presenting yourself to me in a certain way, I'm gonna take you for that. Until you give me another reason or another option or another premonition or notion not to believe that you are who you say you are. So, I mean, I guess that kind of speaks for itself. Actions speak louder than words, and your handshake should match your smile. Hopefully you are. That's what it is. Sometimes, yeah, you're right, creative spirit. You need to step back. When people are not who they say they are. So I guess that speaks for itself. I say when dealing with people, be careful who you portray yourself to be because people will take you for your word. That's what it is. Peach, I'm black. I'm going to go ahead and guess Ray Charles dressed you. No, Ray Charles didn't dress me, but it is a story behind this jacket. So that's just what that is. But that's another story. Ray Charles didn't dress me, but like I said, it's all good. Like I said, I still look good in anything. I can look good in polka dots and stripes. It's what it is. Cheers to you. Cheers to that comment though. Mm. But that's what it is about people and their word. The next thing, I feel like when I do my thing and I'm out there doing this YouTube thing and whatnot, I think one of these days they will feel me for my impact. They will feel me for what I was trying to do. Who knows? Maybe I'll be dead for 100 years or something like that, and they'll feel me and they'll say, Mel did what he did. I'm not mad at you. You didn't join me in my stream and the other site. I'm allowed to follow through on occasion and jam in. Um, yes, I'm mad at you that you didn't join me on my stream the other night. And I'm allowed to throw the occasional jab in. Well, drone worship, you didn't invite me. You didn't invite me up to your panel, but I still love you all the same, drone worship. And guess what, drone worship? This is not a controversial live stream. If you watch the beginning of it, it's good. Cheers to you. Even has some wine here. I'll pour a little bit more for drone worship. This is for drone worship. This is for the lover in you. For the lover in you ill, and I'll always be true. This time we're gonna make it last forever. Anyway, it's all good. See, the pendant is real of the future. Yeah, but I guess when it comes to the effort, one of these days people will feel my impact. One of these days I'll be appreciated in the way that I feel that I should. It takes time. And I say this to say to the people out there that may feel underappreciated, to may feel like they're not hitting the mark like they want to. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes understanding that, it's a marathon, what I'm saying? It's a marathon, not a sprint. And shout out, everybody say hello to drone worship. Give him a moment of silence. Okay, that was for drone worship. But we love you, drone. And one day they'll feel you and understand your impact. But for those people that feel underappreciated, for those people that feel like, you know, folks are not really appreciating them, like they should, keep going. Keep doing what you do. Keep rocking out there and be grateful for the people that come through. I mean, like I said, you don't have to have a big crowd. You just have to have an engaged crowd. You just have to have people who love and care about you. We can see you, Pet Monster. We can see you. We see you, Monster Chick out there. Shout out to Pet Monster, somebody who's a great supporter of the community, who's done his Monster Mania, who's done a lot of support and outreach for people in the community. Been through some things himself. Him and Monster Chick out there up in Canada. We appreciate you and the Monster family. Cheers to you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Cheers to all you folks out there. Cheers to success. Cheers to folks out there doing positive things. There's nothing wrong with that. Definitely is nothing wrong with that. Um, and also too, let me get to I guess one of the last things I wanted to talk about this time as we're going by really quick. Sometimes, there are people, who want you to fail, you know. Then there's those people that want you to succeed. You it's always important to be aware. Just who's who and whatnot. Like I said, I know there's people that want me to fail. I know there's people that want me to succeed. I'm aware. I'm not ignorant of that fact. And the thing is to keep pushing on, plugging away, not to take things too personally, keep going on, take it all in stride. I try to take it all in stride, through the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, whatever it may be, because like I said, it's a blessing, it's a joy to wake each month, each day, each week, and to be able to do stuff like this, to be able to talk to you folks and come here. Yeah, so uh yes, I see what you did there. Oh, he's talking to drone. So yeah, that's just where I am with that. And like I said, this is really me just kind of like shooting the breeze and talking to you, and just like I said, having a good old time. That's what I do, man. It's all good. It's all good, Gray. You know how it goes. Like I said, very powerful point, man. Have a good night. Thank you, Yas Poet. I appreciate you for coming through. Like I said, I appreciate everybody for coming through. You know, um, like I said, don't look at life in a way where things are always all good or always all bad. Try to have balance. Try to understand that there's days when, you may not want to get out of bed. You may not want to deal with life. You may want to hide. You may want to go somewhere. You may not want to deal with the world. Cheers to you, Angela. Appreciate you. Cheers to you. Um, but, like I said, you deal with the sunshine and the rain and the days as it comes. So it's pretty much like that. I don't know if there's anything else that anybody else has to say. Got to go to bed. Monster Chickens is sleepy. No, it's all good. It's all good, Pet Monster. I'm about to get up out of here myself too. I think this was a cool live stream, something short. Like I said, nothing too long and whatnot. I don't have any pyrotechnics, any strippers, any ill intentions or crazy things to say in this live stream. This was just a short live stream. I'm just grateful that you folks came through. I wasn't sure if I was going to go live. I was waiting for other people to go live. I know there was Green Bay Wacky and some other folks out there, some real cool folks out there that's live streaming. Shout out and cheers to all the people out there that's live streaming and whatnot. That's why every day I'm just going to cover my feedback ahead and say no, not today. That's good, Angela. That's good. That's good. Definitely. All right, much shout out to you. But shout out to all those people out there that's just struggling and trying and fighting to get through the day. And I say appreciate what you have. Appreciate every moment. The good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between. You know, that's just what it is. And I think I'm gonna finish the rest of my wine here and it's all good, even when it seems strange. Thank you. And as always, spread love. It's the Brooklyn way, you know.